guys. Yeah, I just figured I'd do a little intro for you today. Freaking love that song. But it has nothing to do with what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. Today we're going to be talking about some powerful patchoulis. So stick around. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? Welcome back to My2Scents. I hope each and every one of you are doing freaking phenomenal today. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro. I freaking love that song, Coheed and Cambria. Man, they're freaking awesome live. And I decided I want to get back to my roots, bringing back some of the punk music that I used to listen to. But like I said, today we are going to be talking about powerful patchouli fragrances. But I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different, the My2Scents way, if you will. I've got 5 of the most powerful patchoulis that I have in my collection sitting in front of me. Just because they're powerful doesn't mean that they're just like beast mode and just project and just fill a room. We're going to be going across the gambit, the spectrum of different types of patchouli. We're going to go for some sweeter, softer patchoulis into some more traditional patchoulis. But Brian, what do you mean by traditional patchoulis? Well, what I mean is, think about going to a music festival. Let's say Coachella. And you know that smell that's permeating in the air? That fog that's just hovering over everybody? Well, that's patchouli. Well, patchouli and a lot of pot smoke, I'm sure. You know, you ask somebody, hey man, what fragrance are you wearing? Oh man, I'm totally rocking traditional patchouli. Yeah, that's the patchouli I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's talk about these powerful patchoulis in today's whiffs and sniffs. All right, so I'm going to start on the lower end of the spectrum. I'm going to start with the easier to wear patchoulis, and then we'll get into the rough and rugged, room-filling patchoulis. All right, first up on my list comes from the house of Francesca Bianchi. And it's Sticky Fingers. Man, Sticky Fingers is such a good fragrance. Now, this is a beast. This is powerful. It's a very long-lasting, sexy patchouli. But it's not just patchouli. You're also going to get this really nice, powdery, sweet orris mixed with this really nice, sweet patchouli. There's also this really nice, leathery labdanum in it as well. It's ambery, it's musky, it's patchouli, it's sexy. It's not going to be one of those offensive patchoulis. Nobody's going to be like, oh my God, he's wearing patchouli. Nothing like that. This is a very sensual style of patchouli. It's softer, it's sweeter, it has a little bit of that earthiness to it, a little bit of that spiciness to it, but blended with that orris, the florals, and definitely the musks. This thing is sexy. There's a reason it's called Sticky Fingers, because when you're wearing this, you smell that good. This is definitely on your softer, sweeter patchoulis that still have beast mode performance, last forever. It doesn't project massively, no, it just sticks to your skin like Cheetos to your fingers. If you're looking for a really nice patchouli, maybe something a little bit on the beginner side of patchouli, I highly recommend checking out Francesca Bianchi, Sticky Fingers. All right, next up on my list comes from the house of Jeroboam, and it's Ligno. Man, I love Ligno. Now, Ligno, Jeroboam, is really known for their musks, and their musks are done so well in this. This is a greener type of patchouli. You have some nice green qualities right up top. You have some citrus, you have a little bit of a camphorous piney quality to it. The florals are done great in this. And when I say the patchouli is definitely more green, it's thick, it's green, it's sweet, it's got some richness to it. And it's blended perfectly with the musks that are in this. Jeroboam, like I said, makes some super sexy musks. Now, this is a little bit more of a performer in projection. It definitely bounces off your skin more. But it's an inoffensive patchouli. Because of those musks, there's some orris in here, and there's a little bit of a leathery labdanum. And the orris and the labdanum mixed together add this really nice creaminess. And that blended with the musk just makes this a super sexy patchouli. Very long lasting. Again, we're amping up the performance and projection here. This thing has a beautiful scent trail, a beautiful sillage. It also has a beautiful scent bubble that will surround you for pretty much the entire day. This is a great attention-getting fragrance. Now, Sticky Fingers is as well. This one is just a little bit louder. It's a little bit prouder. So if you're looking for a nice, sexy date night, going out, hitting the town, a nice, powerful patchouli, check out Jeroboam Ligno. All right, we're amping it up again. We're getting a little bit louder, a little bit stronger with Javoy Psycadelique. This is such a gourmand patchouli. It's rich, it's sticky, it's thick. You start out with some citruses, but those citruses are just there to pop things off. Shortly after that citrus burst, dies off, you start getting this beautiful patchouli, this rich, sweet, ambery patchouli. This is just like seal. It's just been touched by a rose. I mean, there's a nice rosy quality to it. It's really just based around that really thick, sweet patchouli, the rich ambers, and some beautiful musks. Psychedelique has some very loud projection behind it. It's a very long-lasting fragrance. It'll stick to your skin like frickin' honey. But it has enough sweetness, enough earthiness, enough spicy qualities to it to make it such a gourmand patchouli. This thing is powerful. Like I said, very powerful. We're amping it up here. We're stepping it up on the powerful level with this bad boy. Javoy Psycadelique is one of my favorite patchoulis to wear this time of year. It's snowing outside right now, and this is actually gonna be my scent of the day. I freaking love this fragrance. If you have not yet, check out Javoy Psycadelique. All right, now we're starting to get a little bit stankier. We're getting more into that traditional type of patchouli. And the first fragrance with that traditional patchouli is gonna be from Orto Parisi, and it's Brutus. Man, this is a awesome patchouli. Now, there is no note breakdown for this. So what I love about Alessandro Guttieri is that he allows the consumer, us, to really focus on what we get out of the fragrance. And this is what I get out of the fragrance. I get some citruses right off the bat. Maybe some lemon, a little bit of orange. Then this thick, earthy patchouli with a slight sweetness comes roaring in like a lion. You get this really embery labdanum in there as well, giving it just a touch of a leathery quality. You get some beautiful aromatics. I'm not sure what the florals would be in here, but I'm guessing maybe a little bit of clary sage mixed with that labdanum. A little bit of jasmine just to give it a little bit of an indolic touch, but it's really based around patchouli. And the patchouli in this actually becomes very thick and then kind of dries up just a little bit as it gets into the full dry down. You start getting some really nice woodiness coming from that patchouli and also some added woods. Brutus is powerful, okay? This thing is a very loud fragrance, and the patchouli in it, though it's thick, it has that earthy spiciness to it as well, with an underlying ambery sweetness, just to create a powerful patchouli. If you have not yet and you are a fan of patchouli fragrances, especially powerful patchoulis, definitely check out Orto Parisi, Brutus. Last up on my list, this is the most traditional patchouli that I have in my arsenal. This thing is very loud, very strong, very powerful. And it comes from the house of Nishane, and it's Patchouli Kozha. Holy moly. Now this starts out with this lemony chamomile. You get like this herbal citrusy quality right off the bat. And then that patchouli comes in. It's earthy, it's stanky, it is dank, it's spicy, and it's got added spices to it with black pepper. And the black pepper in this is very predominant. Now the patchouli in this is extremely dominant, but you get this really nice raw honeyed sweetness that comes flowing in later as everything starts drying down. All those heart notes are already in there, and that honey comes rolling in. You also get some leather in here as well, adding to that patchouli, just kind of giving it a little bit more texture. And then, of course, some incense, and that adds this nice smoky characteristic to it that also amplifies the spiciness that is Patchouli Kozha. This thing is stupid loud. One spray is all I need. One spray will last me for fricking ever. I don't even know, maybe a day, maybe two. This thing is stupid long lasting, and it's extremely powerful. I mean, I'm talking room filling. Hell, you could clear out Coachella with this bad boy if you get trigger happy. Definitely be very careful with this because it's so powerful that, yeah, you could choke people out. But I think it's an awesome patchouli. And I'm not a big fan of traditional patchoulis, though this is a very traditional patchouli. The way that everything's blended in it just gives it this kind of pleasing, rugged, rough, leathery patchouli experience. You can find Nishane Patchouli Kozha at discounters. I found mine at fragrancebuy.ca some time ago, but I think this is awesome. Like I said, super powerful. This is the most powerful patchouli I have in my collection, but it's also the most traditional style of patchouli I have in my collection. If you don't like traditional style patchoulis, definitely stay very, very far away from Patchouli Kozha. But if you are wanting to experience traditional patchoulis done in a phenomenal way, definitely check out Nishane, Patchouli Goza. I love patchouli fragrances, guys, and these are 5 of my most powerful patchoulis that I have in my collection. And yeah, they're all niche, but you know, it's hard to find patchouli fragrances in the designer realm that really just focus on patchouli, unless you're gonna get into like the Privé collections, which those are pretty much niche anyways. What are some of your favorite powerful patchouli fragrances, and what do you think of my list? Let me know. You know what to do. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's episode, then do me a favor, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.